Welcome to Dark Knight Films Reviews and another comedy and drama night. Tonight, I will be reviewing Police Academy 2, Their First Assignment. Released in 1985, directed by Jerry Paris, based on a script by Barry W. Plaustein and David Sheffield, starring Steve Guttenberg, Bubba Smith, David Graf, Michael Winslow, Bruce Mahler, Marion Ramsey, Colleen Camp, Art Metrano, Howard Hesseman, Lance Kinsey, Tim Kazurinski, Bobcat Goldthwait, and George Gaynes. Now, this was the first of the Police Academy films where they started dropping down the rating. The initial film was a rated R film. And this one dropped it down to PG-13. Now, normally I would say that hurts a film. I mean, that really hurts a film like, you take Conan the Barbarian, which is rated R, and then you go Conan the Destroyer and make it PG, and it doesn't work. But for this, I don't think that PG-13 rating hurt this film. Jerry Paris does a pretty good job of directing this to stay pretty close to the original. Now, you can't go too raunchy like the original film was, but this is a film that doesn't need to be full-on raunchy all the time. Steve Guttenberg returns as Mahoney. Bubba Smith returns as Hightower. David Graf returns as Tackleberry. Michael Winslow returns as Jones. Bruce Mahler unfortunately returns as Fackler, and unfortunately they increased his injury-prone bullshit that they had in the original film in this one, and it's just it didn't work in that one, and it certainly doesn't work in this one. So his character returning and doing all these goofy setups, they didn't work, just like they didn't work in the first movie. Marion Ramsey returns as Hicks, and she is just still as cute and as adorable as can be. And of course, George Gaynes returns as Lassard. Somebody who doesn't return and is sorely missed is Leslie Easterbrook. Even though she didn't have that big of a role in the first film, she made an impact, and she is missed. Her not being in this is missed, as is G.W. Bailey not returning. Art Metrano's Lieutenant Mauser is not as good as G.W. Bailey. Not even close. He is annoying to me. He is just... Whereas G.W. Bailey was fun, and he had that Sergeant Carter and Gomer Pyle kind of a feel to him.
I already told you once, nobody screws with me.
Well, maybe you'll meet the right girl and all that'll change.
Get out of here now!
Mauser doesn't have that at all. The only thing that makes Mauser kind of entertaining is his comedy sidekick, Proctor, played by Lance Kinsey. Now, his character is pretty fun. Now, if he would have been mixed with G.W. Bailey, that would have been awesome. I could have gotten behind that. But Art Metrano is just insufferable as this character. He just is. I didn't like him at all. And Howard Hesseman playing Lassard's brother. I get why they moved away from George Gaynes, because he's a commandant at the academy and everything, so you wouldn't be seeing him when they're going on on missions and stuff, they would be in their actual first precinct that they're with, and that precinct would be a different person in charge. And Howard Hesseman does good in this. I just don't think he's as fun a character as what George Gaynes is. So him being cut back to just a couple of little cameo little shots in this film, I don't think helps the film either. Another character that doesn't return in this that I think hurts this is Kim Cattrall's character. She had that relationship with Steve Guttenberg, and they had really great chemistry together. So them not bringing her back for this, and having her character in this was just, it kind of hurts Mahoney as a character, because he's still his practical joker, goofy self, but he doesn't have his leading lady next to him, you know, and everything. It's just, after all they went through in the first film, and then them not being in this film together is just, yeah. And then the introduction to Bobcat Goldthwait as Zed. Yeah, that character irked me when I first started watching this film way back when I was a kid. But I've really grown to actually be highly entertained by the Zed character in this film. I think he works as a really fun little villain against the recruits now actually becoming officers and everything in this film. But overall, I think Police Academy 2, their first assignment, is a pretty well-directed follow-up. Like I said, I think Jerry Paris does a really good job directing this. Performances by all of our leads with Guttenberg, Smith, Graf, Winslow, Ramsey, and Gaynes while he's in the film is good. But yeah, some of the missing characters like Leslie Easterbrook and Kim Cattrall and, of course, G.W. Bailey are sorely missed in this. They needed to have them back in this, but they didn't do it. So my final review of Police Academy 2, their first assignment from 1985, I am going to give this film a 8.2 out of 10. It is not as good as the original, but I don't think a lot of people complain that it's the rating, you know, it being PG-13 that hurts this film. I don't think it's that. I think it's that they didn't get everybody back for this. They got a lot of them. They didn't get them all. So, and the ones that they didn't get are really missed in this. So, but what do you think of Police Academy 2? Do you agree with my review? Do you disagree? Let me know in those comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell icon so you can be notified about future videos just like this one. And while you're by the subscribe button, click that join button and become a Dark Knight fan. Well, that's the end of another Comedy and Drama Night. If you missed last week's Comedy and Drama Night, check out the link above. Or if you missed any of the videos during Comedy and Drama Night, check out this playlist and get caught up on anything you've missed.